And we're making a classic favorite this morning, Lamingtons. And they're beautiful sponge cake squares dipped in chocolate and then snowed under in desiccated coconut. And they're easy to make and will definitely become a firm family favorite treat if they're not in your book already, that is. And here to show us how to make them, of course, are Nell. And we've got Professor Elaine Flock also joining us. So, Lamingtons, yes?
Eystervarkies in Afrikaans.
That's what they're called, eystervarkies.
Isn't
Okay.
it beautiful?
Absolutely.
Because of the dark and then the white sparks normally from my eystervarkie.
Excellent. Okay, so how do we go about making them?
Proef, ek het jou hulp nodig.
I think the most important part of any recipe where you start with a mixture of butter and sugar, it must be really mixed very, very well. Then you add your eggs.
Did I do it right, though?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I would have mixed it a bit before the time, but it's not that's
Oh.
bad.
You've got a lot to learn when it comes to baking, Anel.
You will also need to, you haven't
Okay.
put this with the dry ingredients.
Okay, let me just put this bit of vanilla
Okay.
in, ne?
That's right. Okay.
And then we're going to add some beautiful clover custard as well.
And while
Would
you
you like to
mentioned
add it at
that,
this point?
Clover is the key word for you to SMS to 33728 and we'll send you a link to the recipe as well as the ingredients
Let's see
list. Ladies, where do Lamingtons come from?
It's a New Zealand thing or Australian thing, isn't it?
I think it's
Australian, nee,
Yeah.
yeah, Australian thing. It's part of their national type of cookie repertoire.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes, yes,
yeah.
yes.
So it's an Australian thing. Nee?
I think
Okay.
but the wonderful thing of this recipe is everything is mixed in one bowl.
Yes.
And normally you have
We
like
prefer
many
that.
dishes. Here it's like quick and easy.
Absolutely.
Some baking powder.
Yeah.
I love
Otherwise-
how we took an Australian cookie and named it
Yeah.
eystervarkie.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because it's making our own.
And now we're going to add this in here. We mix it all together. And Professor, for how long does this go into the oven now?
About half an hour, 30 minutes.
30 minutes
Yeah.
at what temperature?
180.
And where would you bake it? Would you bake it on like the middle
Middle of the oven. Yeah.
Ek gaan 'n bietjie meer van
Is
hierdie
that because
lovely-
you wanted to kind of bake
I think
evenly
just
throughout,
yeah,
right?
Absolutely, yeah. Or if you have
Oops.
a thermofan oven, even better.
Thermofan oven is like 20 degrees less.
Less than.
Okay.
How so?
160, yeah. It's just because of the fact that
heat circulates.
circulates absolutely all areas of the
Ek gaan nog 'n
oven.
bietjie van hierdie lovely
Sjoe,
clover.
daar sê, maak sommer jou eie resep
Ja,
daar
maak
nou.
my eie resep en ek het
But the more the lekkerder. So
Ja.
it's very
creamier.
That is it. The more, the lekkerder. That is the new saying, okay? That's how we're doing it at this royal party.
Now
Excellent.
I'm over mixing it, so just mag slaan my oor die
yeah.
vingers.
No, but this you can because you want it nice and smooth.
Okay, so now we've done this. Can
Excellent.
I just leave that? We're going to bake this at
Yeah.
180 degrees for half an hour.
Half an hour, and then the
This is how
sponge
it-
should come out looking
Yeah,
that way.
like
Have
that.
you kind of cut it off? There was I can see a bit of a golden
That's right. But
finish
there is
to
a crust
it.
on that side.
Oh, there is a
so,
okay
so it's
on
not
the
a problem
one
if you
side.
keep it, but we preferably not.
You just need like little blocks. So
Yeah.
any blocks. If you want a circle, do a circle.
Oh,
if you want
good,
a block,
okay.
do a block.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
it is all up to your
Yeah.
own,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Your own
Discretion,
imagination.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then, what do we have here?
This is our chocolate mix with a bit of milk, butter, and cacao. And then you melt it on the stove. And once it's like
Oh, look at that.
melted, you
What a beautiful thick
yeah,
coat.
absolutely, and it will absorb it.
Yeah.
And now, once you've dipped it, it goes into your lovely coconut.
Is this the coconut?
Yeah.
Just like that.
And then, you know that the clover custard, it's got all those vitamins in. So
Absolutely.
just a bit of a healthier,
Oh, it's beautiful.
look at that.
Fantastic. Oh,
mooi?
good.
Oh, she's proud of you. Professor is so proud of you. Invention. Wonderful
I
stuff.
want to do another one.
All right, so you can coat the rest of them over there. Anel is so excited to be getting our lamingtons finished off here in
Yes,
this
look
beautiful
at it.
chocolate
It's really
sauce and
absorbing.
the desiccated coconut. SMS the
at that.
keyword Clover to 33728. Let's quickly give you a quick flash through this recipe to show you how we made it.
Ek doen dit vir jou graag. Jy sê dit mooi.
Clover Classic Custard. The creamy taste that takes you back. Made with love by Clover.
They're mostly known as lamingtons, and in Afrikaans, they're called eystervarkies. Call them whatever you like, but make sure to give these Clover lamingtons a go this weekend. To a sieve, add 2 cups of flour, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, and 1 teaspoon of salt. Sift together and set aside. In a separate bowl, combine half a cup of clover butter and a 1/3 cup of sugar. Then beat until pale and fluffy. Add 1 egg Then whisk again before adding in a second egg and mixing again. Next, add a 3/4 cup Clover Classic custard and 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. Then mix. Pour the custard mixture into the flour and fold until combined. Finally, it's time to pour the cake batter into your greased tin. Bake at 180 degrees Celsius for 40 minutes. Set aside to cool completely before slicing the sponge into squares. To make the chocolate icing, combine 3 cups of icing sugar, half a cup of Clover Fresh full cream milk, a 1/4 cup of cocoa powder, and 2 tablespoons of Clover butter. Whisk until smooth and add more milk if the icing is too thick. We're almost done. Place a sheet of baking paper on a working surface. Then place a wire rack over the paper. Carefully dip each cake square into the chocolate icing. Then cover with loads of desiccated coconut. Leave to dry before tucking in. We don't care what you call these cake babies as long as you try making them. Serve with a pot of hot tea and good friends around the kitchen table.
Made with love by Clover.
So there you have it, as simple, as easy as that. SMS the keyword Clover to 33728, and we're going to have a little taste of these freshly made lamingtons. Lovely sponge, nice and soft. Oh, that's beautiful.
Don't you want to taste?
Beautiful. Prof Flop, thank you so much. 10-19 vir jou, Anna. Well gedaan. Oh, and on that note, we will leave it here for the culinary hotline bling. Sing, sing, sing.
Oh, man, so jealous.
Clover Classic Custard, the creamy taste that takes you back. Made with love by Clover.